YouTube, Sal here with another review on my Dragonball Z toys. Alright, so today, for my second review I'm doing today, I'm doing the Androids. Android 16, Android 17, Android 18, and Dr. Gero, or Android 20, whatever you want to call him. So, let's start off with Android 16 and we'll go in order. So, let's start off with the good things about the toy. The good things about the toy is the sculpting and the coloring. The sculpting is really good, and so is the coloring. Now, about the moving the joints, it's really good too. You can move his legs, you can throw a kick, you can move it forward and backwards, with both legs. You can't bend his arms like other toys, but you can like play them around. But they're really stiff. You can move his head and the waist. But it's really hard to move the waist, so yeah. Alright, now on to the complaints. His facial expressions. Kind of looks like he's targeting someone, which for some people would kind of be cool, but I don't think that goes with like the sculpting of the toy. So yeah, that's pretty much my only complaint. But yeah, and I forgot that another good thing about him is in the TV show and in the books, he shoots out his arm, and then goes like a gun and just shoots blasts and bullets at it. So that's cool. And like I said, the facial expressions weren't really that good. And also his earrings, like they just look like a flap of his ear. But in the manga and the TV show, well, the manga is the book. So in the book and the TV show, he has yellow earrings, not tan. But other than those two problems, which is pretty much on his face, he's a really good toy. I highly recommend this one. For Android 17, my favorite of the all Androids, it's probably the best one too. So, let's start off with the likes. Like I said, you can pretty much move all the joints, forward and back, except you can move his head and the arms. So yeah, the only joints you can't move is his waist and his feet. Yeah, so this toy's sculpting is really good, and the coloring is just like, they kind of stands out because it's kind of shiny. If you see that glare, it's shiny. He's a little battle damaged here. So yeah, they really did it good. Just like I said, his hands are not hard to move, and he can move like this. It's a really good toy. Love it. Now the complaints are just his facial expressions. It's like, looks kind of creepy. Let him stare until you soul. Yeah, it's kind of creepy. But other than that, they nailed the sculpting and they made him shiny and everything. I really highly recommend this toy if you're looking for an Android 17 toy. Now, let's move on to Android 18. Alright, I broke her. She's broke, but here. She really isn't that good of a toy. I mean, her sculpting's really good, and her coloring, and that's pretty much all that's good about her. You can really only move her hand joints. and not so much the feet. But then, if you really, like, now my complaints are her facial expressions. Oh my god. And how her clothes are, her top and her bottom are two different colors. So yeah. And a complaint is, if you look this up, you can actually move her legs. I think her legs are supposed to move while they were creating her. But like I said with my Tianjin and my Goku, blocks off with the skirt or their clothes. So yeah, that's Android 18. She's an alright toy. She's not as good as 17 and 16, but she's an alright toy. Now, Dr. Gero, or Android 20. Now, let's start off with the cool stuff. His brain, you can see his brain. Oh my god, it's so cool. And it feels really good too. The sculpting is pretty good. It's not as good as the others, but it's pretty good. The coloring is good. And I like how they added this, like in the manga, or the book, and the TV show. He kind of sucks the guy's energy with that red little thing in there, his hand. So yeah, that's good. Another thing good about him is pretty much you can move all his joints, except his wrist. I mean, not his wrist. His waist. And yeah, so he's pretty good. Now my complaints about this toy are he's stiff. He's very stiff. The biggest problem in stiff is his legs. It's hard to bend them and to move them. But yeah, his facial expression, like I said, with others aren't that good. Pretty bad. But yeah, he's a good toy. They nailed his white hair, his long white hair. Wavy. That's cool. So yeah. This is a pretty good toy. Now, if you're looking for an Android collection, I recommend getting these. And the Android 19, which I don't have. Which I will eventually get and probably do a review on him. But, oh my god. But this is a good Android collection. Like I said, I rather recommend you guys to get them. So yeah. Rate, comment, subscribe. If you like this, like it. If you didn't like it, go ahead, dislike it. So, peace out.